Hey all, today's flight is to Duchesne, Utah, about 200 miles round trip from South Valley Airport in Salt Lake City. I'll talk about some items of interest as we go along with the flight. Duchesne is southeast of our departure point, so after leaving Salt Lake City, we cut through the Wasatch Front via Provo Canyon. Passing the Timpanogos at 9,500 feet makes it clear that flying around these mountains requires some respect. I generally avoid flying past the range when the winds are gusty, and would avoid flying visually at night through this area. The terrain is generally rugged, and it doesn't take long in a small plane to get to places where it would be very hard for emergency services to reach you in case of an unplanned or uncontrolled off-airport landing. On the way home, I decided to cut the route short. Instead of flying over Heber, I flew in a roughly straight line between Strawberry Reservoir and Provo Canyon. This involved flying over several low ridges, away from roads or local populations. Some thoughts on this. Although these were smaller ridges relative to the Wasatch Range itself, they were between 8,000 and 9,000 feet. For my personal comfort, overflying them requires that our plane has the ability to comfortably cruise and climb at or above 10,000 feet. Fortunately, this particular Mooney M20E that we're flying can do that. I intentionally flew this flight on a day when I knew the winds were forecasted to be almost zero. Despite this, we still hit some turbulence just prior to crossing each ridge. I don't know for sure, but I would suspect mechanical turbulence from the ridgelines themselves. When flying around ridges like this, I don't try to hold altitude as rigidly as other areas. I let updrafts carry the plane upwards. I'll correct with pitch and power for downdrafts as needed, and by setting up my flight path to allow turns away to lower terrain if needed. One last parting thought while passing through the Timpanogos again. I flew this westbound route at 10,500 feet. There is a chunk of airspace controlled by Salt Lake International Airport over I-15 at 10,000 feet. In order to avoid this airspace, I set up an aggressive descent while staying close to the mountain range. Fun stuff. I hope you all enjoyed the scenic views as much as I did, and the extra commentary. Thanks for watching.